Sonic's Green Hills Adventure Season 1 Chapter 7 Jessica's Punishment. Sonic's point of view.
I walked into school and I saw my friends giggling about something. Hey guys, so what are you laughing about? I asked curiously as they saw me walk up to them.
Oh, just said what Jessica's punishment was.
Oh, and what's that? I asked curiously.
She got expelled for a whole month.
I heard that her parents were so mad at her that she's grounded for the whole month too.
Joey said with a satisfied smirk, which I can blame him for after witnessing his friends getting hurt by Jessica like that.
Well, I heard that she's being forced to go through therapy, so her parents think she's losing it or something.
Marina added nervously. Is there any proof that the rumors are true? I asked seriously.
Actually, yes. Principal Walker posted it on the school website's news section. She wanted to make sure that the students don't try something like this again.
Marina explained enthusiastically as they all hugged me in celebration. I was relieved, but I genuinely hoped that the therapist could heal her mental state. Well, we better get to class, I said once we finished the hug.
Oh, you're right. Well, I'll see you 3 in music. Bye.
Marina said before she headed off to her first class. Bye, Marina. See you then, I said in return as I followed Joey and Crystal to the gym.
Hey Sonic, are you okay? You seem a little off.
I just hope Jessica's mental state is fixed by that therapy. She might be a huge jerk, but that doesn't mean I want her to lose her sanity or something like that, I told them honestly.
Yeah, us too.
Meanwhile, at Jessica's house, Jessica was in her room pacing like a paranoid teen.
I'm so calling the government officials. The only two problems are, how do I get one of their phone numbers, and even if I did, would they even believe me about Sonic still being on Earth?
Jessica told herself as she continued to pace. Then she heard a knock on her door. It was her mother, Diana.
Come on, Jessica, it's time to go to your therapy appointment.
Diana said firmly.
Coming, Mom.
Jessica said begrudgingly as she opened the door and followed Diana to the car where her father, Jess, was waiting.
Jessica, what took you so long? We could have been late.
Jess asked in a scolding tone as he started at the car. 20 minutes later, they arrived at the therapist's office on time.
Oh, you must be Jessica Mills. Come on in.
The therapist, Dr. Regina, said as she allowed Jessica to enter her office.
So, Jessica, your parents here tell me that you've been getting a little extreme at school. Care to explain why you're here in better detail?
Dr. Regina asked gently.
I don't know what my parents are talking about. I was just saying the truth when I saw Sonic walk into my gym class.
Jessica explained hostily as she got really intense.
Whoa, now I see what they meant by extreme. However, who is Sonic?
Dr. Regina asked as she took some notes on Jessica's outburst.
Wait, you don't know about him? But everyone in Green Hills knows about him. Are you living under a rock? Well, he's a blue anthropomorphic hedgehog who has secretly been living in Green Hills and spying on us for the last 10 years. That is until the massive blackout that happened a little over a week ago. The next thing I witnessed was he caused a crazy guy from the government that was chasing him to follow him through a strange portal that led to Green Hills. And thanks to that, the crazy guy almost destroyed the entire town just to get to Sonic.
Jessica replied as she was getting angrier at Sonic by the second.
So you blamed Sonic for the town almost getting destroyed?
Dr. Regina asked, trying to understand what Jessica's way of thinking was as she wrote down notes about Sonic.
It's not just that. He's technically a fugitive of the US government, and just yesterday he showed up at my school as an official student.
Jessica told Dr. Regina as she got up from her chair and began to pace around the office, also as she got even more angry just from thinking about Sonic.
Well, is there anything else about Sonic that bothers you?
Dr. Regina asked seriously.
There's the fact that an alien super speedy hedgehog is allowed to come to our human school despite after all that happened a week ago, when he should be in a government lab.
Jessica said with absolutely no remorse for saying this.
Do you even know what he's like? I mean, if he really deserves to be taken by the government, he needs to be hurting people.
Dr. Regina asked seriously, trying to get through to Jessica.
Well, no, he hasn't hurt anybody for the whole week since the incident where someone could have gotten killed.
Jessica said as she stopped her pacing.
Well, this is all the time we have for today, so wait in the waiting room while I have a talk with your parents, okay?
Dr. Regina said as she opened her office door. Begrudgingly, Jessica nodded and left the office. Jessica's point of view.
After I sat down in the waiting room, I pulled out my phone to look up some government officials' phone numbers or how to get in contact with them legally. It took some digging, but I found what I needed. However, I needed to get Sonic in my captivity before I can call them. So I thought of a plan on how to do it.
Meanwhile, with Dr. Regina, Diana, and Jess in the office, Dr. Regina was talking to them.
So how is she, Dr. Regina?
Diana asked nervously.
I'm afraid she is not going to give up her hate on a hedgehog named Sonic.
Dr. Regina said sadly.
Oh, so you couldn't get through to her at all?
Jess asked cautiously.
Yeah, and if I can't get through to her by the end of the month, I'm afraid we'll have to put her in a mental institution for extra help.
Dr. Regina said nervously as to not upset Diana and Jess too much.
We understand. Thank you, Dr. Regina. See you tomorrow.
Diana said sadly as she and Jess left Dr. Regina's office.
Okay, Jessica, time to go home.
Jess said as they walked up to Jessica.
Alright, let's get out of here.
Jessica exclaimed as they left the building. Meanwhile, with Sonic back at school, he was in music class playing the guitar.
Hey Marina, I just realized something. I don't have an actual guitar. So how am I going to play in the Blue Angels without one of my own?
Sonic asked as he started to panic.
Whoa, Sonic, relax. Until you get one of your own, which I'm sure your parents will for your birthday, you can use this one and borrow it.
Marina told Sonic supportively.
Thanks, Marina. So, did we ever perform for our crowd? Because that would be awesome.
Sonic asked, feeling excited again.
Well, yes, just at school events like talent shows and dances.
Crystal replied as she was playing on her keyboard.
Wow, that's so cool. So, when's the next one coming up?
Sonic asked curiously as he played the guitar happily.
Not for another month, but the next event is a musical showcase where all the kinds of bands that the students are a part of can put on an epic concert.
Joey told Sonic excitedly.
Whoa, that's gonna be so much fun.
Sonic sighed as he played an epic short tune.
Whoa, that one sounded incredible, dude.
Joey commented as he clapped his hands.
Thanks, Joey. Well, looks like class is over.
Sonic said as he put the guitar away. Then they walked to lunch together. However, Sonic was lost in thought.
Whoa, Sonic, are you okay?
Marina asked when she noticed this.
Oh, I'm fine. I was just curious on how Jessica is doing. I know she's just all talk and that I won't run into her for a month, but still, something tells me that I shouldn't underestimate her.
Sonic said as they grabbed their lunch.
Well, I get what you mean, but let's not worry about that right now.
Crystal said reassuringly as they sat down.
Well, actually, there has been something I've been thinking about that won't stop playing over and over again in my head.
Sonic said as he thought about Jessica's threat to Marina from literally 24 hours ago.
Oh, what is it?
Joey asked curiously.
Well, it's about what Jessica said to Marina yesterday. Marina, what were they threatening to do to you exactly? Because that both confused and disturbed me.
Sonic asked cautiously.
Well, she cyberbullied me.
Marina said hesitantly as tears gently fell from her eyes. Sonic's point of view.
I couldn't believe Jessica did something like that, so I immediately hugged Marina to comfort her. Oh, Marina, that's horrible. I'm so sorry that she did that to you. I told her softly and I ended the hug.
If it weren't for these guys thinking of becoming the now Blue Angels, I would have never gotten over it.
Whoa, so that's the Blue Angels' origin story? That's so sweet, I said as I realized what Marina meant.
Yeah, so trust me, loyalty is very important and valuable to us. We're always going to stick by you and each other.
Joey said it as he hugged all of us. After school, I headed home as I kept thinking about Jessica. I just couldn't get what she said and did out of my head. Why did she have to be so cruel to me and my friends? I mean, what did we do to her? I asked the air, knowing it wouldn't answer, as I walked up to Donna Lorna Pizzolitti's house. Hey, Ozzy, were you a good boy today while I was at school? I asked as I petted him when he greeted me at the door. Of course, he just licked my face excitedly. Okay, I'll take that as a yes, I said as I got him to stop.
Hey, Sonic, how was school?
Pretzelotti asked as I walked into the living room. It was great, no bullies today, and I found out when the Blue Angels performed next. I told her happily as I sat down on the couch contently.
That's wonderful to hear, Sonic. So, when is the gig?
It's next month at a musical showcase. It's like an epic concert where the bands of the school perform. I told her as I got more excited as I thought about it.
Wow, and just know me and Tom will be there to support you, and I'm sure you'll have a blast.
Pretzel Lady told me sweetly.